Hello, 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 everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I know I am late to the party, sort of. Um, I wanted to come on here because I marked up my chart this morning. Happy Sunday, by the way. Okay. Happy Sunday. It was a great Sunday. Hit TP. However, I wanted to come on here because the title is Why Pending Orders and Attention to Detail Go Hand in Hand as a Trader. Okay. Now, the reason I felt like I needed to make this video is because I primarily trade pending orders. So I'll go on the chart, right? We'll mark it up. I'll say, okay, this is where I want price to come to. This is where I want the market to get to. And we'll set up, our parameters. I'll put the signals in. We put it in, direct deposit. Simple. Unless the setup is immaculate and I'm like, no, we need to get in right now, market X immediately, then I'll say that. But if I don't say that, and we're not in a trade yet, more than likely, we're not in a trade yet. Now, I made this video, or I wanted to make this video. I literally was laying in bed, right? I marked up the chart at 9:30 this morning, which is pretty late for me. Marked up the chart this morning, set my pendings in like how I usually would. And I would say probably like 10:30-ish, I went to go look at my MT4. And I was in a trade. I was like, how am I in a trade? I go to my trading view. I'm like, how am I in a trade? There's no way I'm in a trade right now. There's just no way I'm in a trade right now. My pendings are 300 pips away. 300 pips away from where price is currently at. How am I in a trade? Because I thought I was in the negatives. So, okay, I go look and I see that my entry price that I set for one of my pending orders was wrong. Obviously, right? It was obviously wrong because if it was right, I wouldn't have been in a trade today. Now, Danny did hit TP, okay? I'll say that. I did hit TP. Take profit was made. Money was made today. Happy Sunday. However, it could have went very left. And this is why I want you guys to understand why it is so important that you pay attention to detail. Pay attention to the numbers. You do not want a winning trade to be a losing trade. Just because I happened to hit TP today or I took profit today, just because I made money today I don't feel overjoyed. Why? Because I was not supposed to make any money today. In fact, I was supposed to lose money today. I saw I was in the negatives. I realized I put the wrong pending in. I ended up being able to kind of fix it and manage it a bit better. Don't mind the hair. I just took the bonnet off and I just came straight here. But I managed to make money, right? But I still had to manage the trade because I didn't know where the broker put me in. I was trying to figure it out, couldn't figure it out. I just waited until it was a little bit in profit before I was like, okay, I think it's around this area. I'm going to edit it around, move some things around, take the check into the savings. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and I was able to make it a risk-free trade. And by the time I was going to move my stop loss to break even, it already hit TP, right? So that's a success story. We love to hear those things. But that could have easily went left. I could have easily lost more capital than I was willing to risk. So we're going to go over what happened this morning. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what was going on. So automatically, you already know. Oh, wow. That's nice. Automatically, you already know. You don't see a dotted line. I was just trading. This is Saturday. Today is Sunday, right? Why is this? I'm lost. Hold on. Today is May 4th. All right, hold on. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me refresh it. Okay, perfect. So never mind. I did it right. So yeah, 9:30, like I said, I marked up the chart. Okay. And as you can see here, can you guys see? Make sure you guys can see. Sort of. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Let's move this. Can you guys see that now? No, let me zoom in a little bit more. All right. This should be good. This is good. We are good. So disregard this, right? I had set my pendings this morning. Okay. Set my pendings this morning. This was the first pending. The entry price was 96249. We can see it right here, 96249. The second entry was right here. I'm going to draw it again for you. The second entry was 95939. We see that here in the white line. Yes. That is where my pending was. My stop loss was 96249. So it was right by the entry price up here. Okay. And I was going to take it all the way down to 95272. This is 95279. So it's kind of the same thing, sort of, not really. Now, this is what I had put into my MetaTrader 4 and my trade locker, into both brokers to, execute the trade. These were the signals that I put in. However, as you can see, price did not get anywhere near here. Price did not come up here. If you're new to the charts, price did not come up here. These candlesticks that you see right here didn't come up here. Didn't come anywhere near here. This is where I entered into the market. It didn't come here, and it sure did not come here. Okay. So when I went to my trade locker, like I was saying earlier, when I went into my trade locker, when I went into my MetaTrader 4, because my MetaTrader 4 has a better spread. So I'm usually always going to be in a trade on my MT4. When I go to my MT4 and I see I'm in a trade, I'm like, oh, dope. Money's getting made, right? Wrong. I go to TradingView, which is the site that we're on right now, and I see that exactly what we're looking at. How did that happen? How am I in a trade right now? And my pendings are all the way up here. So I go to MT4 and I go to look, and obviously my entry price was wrong. I put in the wrong entry price. This is very, very, very bad. This is very bad. Okay. These are rookie mistakes, but I'm glad it worked out how it did so that we can move forward. Okay. But this is why it's so important for you to pay attention to detail. Make sure your numbers that you're putting into your broker are correct. Because these numbers, these are lottery ticket numbers. These are the numbers that are going to make you money. Potentially. There's no guarantee, right? But we want to make sure that we are paying attention to what's going on, because you don't want to be like me trying to figure out where did the broker put me in? I don't know what entry price I put in. And now you're scrambling. Now you want to close when you're in the negatives. You could have hit TP, but it's just all over the place for no reason. All right, give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Okay, we're back. So anyways, we don't have time to be making these rookie mistakes. Okay. And I ended up having to look to try and see where the broker put me into based off of how deep I was in profit, right? And I believe it had gotten to like a cent. I was like a cent in profit, right? And I remember being a cent in profit, and it was around here. It was around noon. Yeah, I believe so. It was somewhere around here, right? And it came right here. And I was a little bit in profit. So I was like, okay, my entry price is somewhere down here. How the did I make such a bonehead move and manage to have a trade that was supposed to look like this look like this? What? Where did they do that at? Very, 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 very not okay. Very disappointing, very not okay. So once I realized that my entry price was literally down here, of course, I moved my stop loss right above the previous high. And then I just kept the TP the same. I wasn't trying to be in the trade for too long. Okay. And then after that, once I saw that price was in profit, I was like $1 in profit. I was like, okay, bet we're moving to break even. I don't have time for the games. I'm not interested. I wasn't even supposed to be in the trade to begin with. And by the time I went to go move my stop loss into profit, or break even rather, it had taken me out the trade. It hit TP already. So 2 things. I will say, trading over the weekend, you can make money. Absolutely, for sure. You can most definitely make money. However, what I've noticed is that the spread is so ridiculous, so wacky, because price didn't get anywhere near my take profit. And it hit take profit. Because my take profit is down. Oh, I removed it. My take profit, right? My take profit was at 95272. My take profit was right here. Do we see that? And price only came up here to 95329. This is why I need you guys to understand the details when it comes to trading, because that is the main reason why a lot of people don't make money consistently and are not profitable. You're not profitable because you don't understand the back end of trading. When you're trading and you have a broker, you have to understand that your broker is always going to be profitable. Have you ever noticed what's called swap fees, or what's that other thing called? Hold on, let me look up and see exactly what it's called on MT4. Because MT4 has a specific name for it. You have swap fees, and you have I guess it's just spreads. But you have swap fees and you have spreads. Okay? And I've explained this before, but I will do it again. A swap fee and or a spread is essentially your broker's cut. Okay? Your broker is always going to make money, whether it's MT4, MT5, Trade Locker. What's another one? 24K markets. What's another one? That's all I can come up with right now. But no matter the broker, your broker is going to make money. If I put into my broker, let's say MT4, for example, if I go to MT4 and I say, hey, MT4, put me into this trade at 100. When it gets to 100, I want to get into the trade. I want to sell that 100 down to 50. Okay? I get in the trade. That broker is going to get in at 100. And you're going for a sell to 50. That broker is going to put you in at 95. That not 5 move difference, that broker is making money off of that 5 move difference. You're not getting in at 100. You're getting in at 95. And then you're going down to 50. That's 45. The broker is at 50. Okay? That's essentially what a spread is. So we want to make sure that when we do move our stop loss into break even, we're not moving it exactly at our entry price. Because exactly at our entry price is not our real entry price. Okay? I hope that makes sense. But it's important to know these things. My hair. It's important to know these things because this will make you money. This will save you from losing your entire capital when you didn't even mean to. These are how you prevent yourself from making rookie mistakes. Okay? And what's another thing that I wanted to say when it comes to pending orders? If your pending orders do not activate, do not get into a trade. Do not market execute the trade. If you do, I didn't tell you to. That wasn't my plan. Okay? If my pending orders don't activate for the day, I'm okay. Why? Because I still have money. And we trade to trade another day. We don't trade because we want to make heaps of money all day every day. Okay? And lastly, I would say don't be afraid to ask questions. This is why I'm here. I make mistakes too, but I learn from them and I don't let it happen again. So, when you do start putting in trades, whether it's on your demo or whatever the case is, make sure that you're asking questions if you're not sure. Make sure you're doing the research if you don't have someone to ask if you're not sure. This is your money we're talking about. This is not anything else but your money. So respect your money and your money will respect you. It's that simple. Okay. So other than that, that's really it. I don't want this to be a super, super long video. We will be back tomorrow at 8:30. 8:30, I'll be back on here. We'll do the same thing that we've been doing for the past few months. Get in, get out, wait for the money to hit the account. It's that simple. Keep it very simple. Okay. So that is all. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.